Planeswalkers. Whether you love them or kind of meh about them, there's no denying that when the first 5 came out in Lorwyn, they changed the game forever.
And since then, these permanents have become a mainstay of every format of Magic, even Commander.
I'm Karsten.
And I'm Brianne.
And these are Top & Go Productions' top 10 Planeswalkers in Commander. And let's get started. At number 10, we have Liliana Vess. And Liliana Vess is really here just by virtue of how popular she is.
Well, I mean, her -2 ability is really powerful. She is a repeatable tutor. Some people adore her, some people don't. Liliana Vess was one of my favorite cards. I kept trying to build black decks and put her in them. But then I started to realize that her tutor ability was really slow. She was a huge target because she was a tutor. If the worst thing we can say about Liliana Vess is that she's a slow tutor, tutors are powerful in this format no matter how slow they are.
At number 9, we have Venser the Sojourner. Like Liliana Vess, who has one ability that's useful, Venser also has one ability that is useful, but the other abilities are good too. His ultimate wins the game, and making creatures unblockable can be handy. But the one ability that's great is a plus ability, whereas Liliana's ability is a negative ability. Blink decks just love Venser the Sojourner, and he's the perfect colors for Blink decks as well. Just that his +2 ability is so great in Commander, especially with all the enter the battlefield effects that people just love playing in Commander. This is a very, very popular thing to do in Commander.
How to build a Commander deck 101. Put in dudes, blink them. At number 8, we have Tamiyo the Moon Sage, and I love her +1 ability. I love tapping down Gilded Lotuses. My playgroup loves Gilded Lotus. I love to keep them from using it. People play dudes, you draw cards with her -2, and her -8, if you don't win the game with her -8, you're just doing it wrong.
Tamiyo is really similar to 2 other Planeswalkers that are really popular, and that is Johnny Vengeance, and then the newest one being Ral Zarek. So out of the 3 that all do similar things, we decided to put Tamiyo in here. But Tamiyo really is just the representative for those 3 cards. They're all really great in Commander. At number 7, we have Liliana of the Dark Realms. And if you're playing a mono-black deck, there's no reason not to play Liliana of the Dark Realms. All of her abilities are things that you want to do in black. Her second ability, you want to remove creatures. You might even want to give another creature that added boost. Her ultimate will win you the game if you have any sort of big black X spell in your hand. Everything she does, you want to do in black. And that's why she's a fantastic Planeswalker.
This is where the big guns start kicking in, because this is where we get to the Planeswalkers, where you want all of their abilities, for the most part. At number 6, we have Garruk Primal Hunter, and I really love this guy, because playing a mono green deck full of fatties, you need something to draw you cards, and you play this guy, and he draws cards. But that's not all he does. His plus ability, he just pops out beast tokens. There's really not a time in the game where you look at Garruk and you think, I don't want to play this guy. Because worst case scenario, you have an empty board, you play him, you get a 3/3 beast token, and then you can just draw 3 cards the next turn. I've done that before. Now, I'd say his -6 is going to win you the game, but honestly, you're probably just going to walk into a Wrath. But if no one has a Wrath, yes, you will win the game.
At number 5, we have Elspeth Knight Errant. Elspeth is absolutely awesome. She has 2 plus abilities. In a soldier deck, her first ability is obviously great. In any other kind of deck, her second ability is also great. In combination, those 2 abilities are fantastic. And of course, her -8. In a format where there's removal for everything, the fact that you have an emblem that can't get removed, there you go.
At number 4, we have Sorin Markov. Hold off on the pitchforks, guys, because I'm going to make a valid point about Sorin Markov. Being a huge fan of Lifelink myself, I've been on the receiving end of several Sorin Markov -3s. Because there's a certain point where you've gained so much life that you are out of reach of any deck. And this is kind of the solution. Of course, I realize a lot of people still don't like that, but sometimes you gotta bring them down with the rest of the table. And then, of course, his -7's always great. You know, who doesn't love Mindslaver?
Now, a lot of you might argue that, well, you can just kill someone with general damage if their life total is too high. Sometimes killing someone with general damage isn't an option either. And so, you have to ask the question, when does there have to be a solution for every problem? And in our playgroup, we like having solutions for every problem. That way, no one says, oh man, your deck's just broken, I have nothing against that. At number 3, we have Tezzeret the Seeker. This guy doesn't have to be an artifact deck to be great. I think a lot of people look at him automatically and be like, oh, he's good with artifacts. If you have like 3 or 4 artifacts to rub together, this guy will get you the value. Being able to slap Tezzeret down and being able to use his -X ability to just tutor something up, let me go ahead and get an Ancient Den, or let me just go get a Soul Ring, or Lightning Greaves, or any of the other itty-bitty artifacts that are fantastic. Sensei's Divining Top. And then, after it's all said and done, I'm just going to gain so much advantage out of untapping my artifacts. His -5 ability wins games as well. Consider playing him. Give him a try. You'll like it.
At number 2, we have the Mac Daddy of all Planeswalkers, Nicol Bolas Planeswalker. I'm not super duper into the lore of Magic, but Nicol Bolas is so awesome. You know, when there's plots going on, and you're like, Nicol Bolas is probably behind it. But that aside, his +3, pew, land, pew, Gilded Lotus, pew, he kills enchantments in 3 colors that don't remove enchantments. And then his -2, you just swipe someone's creature. I haven't seen a lot of Nicol Bolas ultimates, just because you're screwing one person over and you're just going to piss them off. Also, who wants to give up the +3 machine gun? Blow up stuff, steal stuff, take someone out of the game.
And our number 1 Planeswalker and Commander is Karn Liberated. Karn gets so big so quickly. His +4 ability, Exile. There's no such thing as discarding that anger, being able to get an advantage out of it. And then his -3, Exile Target Permanent. Exile Target Permanent. This is why you play Karn, by the way. His -14, that just wins you the game. Once again, his -3, giving the ability to just get rid of any permanent to any deck. Karn, he fills so many holes in the color pie. That is obviously why Karn is our number 1 Planeswalker.
So obviously we know that Magic players are very opinionated about Planeswalkers. Planeswalkers are either something that are absolutely adored or hated by some older Magic players. Let us know, do you guys agree with us? Is there someone that you think should have made top 10?
So that's it for our top 10 Planeswalkers and Commander. My name is Karsten.
And I'm Brianne.
And thanks for watching.